Well, let's see, you guys. It's possible she could have done it. I don't think so though, because the killer looks like a man with, ironically, pink hair. Of course, by the time that she called the police, it was well after the murder happened. So she could have had time to run back to the hotel. I don't know. Both of these could be totally legit. But obviously one is the wrong answer. I'm going to go with why the wiretap. Why did you tap your phone? Sweet! Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? No, it's not. Pretty sure it's against the law. She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of speech, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the coat? The court? For the coat? Do you have any explanation for this coat? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder? No. I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw the evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and I will. What? Way, I say. Way! Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Harumph. 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 So the killing happened around 9 o'clock that night, right? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold. You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. But see, if you went to greet the bellboy for the room service to get your iced coffee, then you didn't see the murder happen. Whatever. Phoenix, it's okay, bud. I got you back. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Yes, it does! She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, come on, think of something. Oh, jeez. I want to say continue examining Miss May. Because if she greeted the bellboy right at 9 o'clock, as she pretty much said, what exactly do you have left to examine, Mr. Wright? Miss April May has admitted to the wiretap, yes? But bears no relevance to the case at hand. Murder. Uh-oh. Think. This can't be the end. But I'm out of evidence. Hold it! Wait, Your Honor! I'd like to call the bellboy after all. Okay, well. Figure I'd give it a shot because I'm pretty sure I have a point when I say she greeted the bellboy and didn't actually see the murder. As I thought. May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy, Miss April May's alibi proved to be solid, then by default, your client, Miss Maya Fey, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my condition? No! I don't see any other way to take this. That's right. Take it like a man. Court calls the hotel bellboy to stand. I hope he's holding the tea set. I think that would be hilarious. Be serving tea to everybody in the courtroom. Oh my god! He is. I want some tea now. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. The tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, please put it down. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. Let's do this thing. I'm the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time. Oh, jeez, and she's flirting with him, and he is falling for it. I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Miss Maya will be finished. That's right. Wah wah wah. Okay, that I believe. I don't think he's lying about that. Believed I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time. I'll press him on this. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She's watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished her. Whatever. Time of the murder. It's right. Hold it! Precisely 9 o'clock then. Precisely. Exactly. And most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like a nice coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? But anyways... Let's see... Make sure... Died from a blow by a blunt object, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. I'll press him on this too. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an Embrasser. What? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More like a peck on the cheek. Oh, lordy. Why would she have done that? She's so freaking happy to have her iced coffee, man. I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing that... Yes, there is, man! I protest. Always, always protest. I protest. Help! Help! I'm being oppressed! Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. One more question. What do I ask him about? The bed making. The room service itself. Tell me again about the room service. Exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know. And we don't skim on the ice, sir. Wow! So that's $9 a piece? Man, I'm kind of thankful for Starbucks right now. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite... Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? Jack, that was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Oh my gosh. It's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was a good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... What? He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Edgeworth! I thought you were a better man than that. You fool! I swear, like, Edgeworth is involved in, like, every case. The ones I've watched and the one I have been playing so far. Wow. Stepped into a twin room with a man. Ooh. Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who? Who is this other person? Why, it's you! The man with Miss May. Obviously. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ooh! Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. And she didn't see the murder because she was getting the freaking iced coffee, man! However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy was no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little setup, but it's too late! Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Edgy. Edgy boy. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That's all for the day. For the trial of Maya Fey. Ha ha! Court is adjourned! I won for now. Hee hee hee. Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there! Really? Even though I lost like 2 exclamation points on that one, because I'm pretty sure I accidentally picked the same argument. Anyways, I think I might be your newest fan. Well, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? The face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. Oh my gosh. Do I get to go home now? Oh, I'm sorry. Until we have reached a not guilty verdict, you can't go home yet. I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? A man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? Heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning from her charms it won't work. I guess she's learning her charms won't work anymore. Obviously, April can't read anymore. I mean, this April, the one who's talking. Ah! She's probably at the detention center right now. May have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir! I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who did so? Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. Full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. Sure. Now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. The May testimony. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. She doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to get her free. Indeedy.